I should just learn to keep my mouth shut. I jokingly said in buddy chat, looking for cubes to rain on me, please. And all of a sudden, my friend Mark's like, check cash shop. And I'm like, oh no, what have I done? I didn't mean for that to happen. I wasn't. Oh, thank you. Oh no, it's a whole pack too. Okay, well. Hi everyone, I'm right here. Welcome to another episode of Road to Max Damage. We're starting off today with a gift from our buddy Mark with a pack of reds. I always appreciate it when I get donations, especially with the last episode that I uploaded recently, which was the 4-bill scramble, I call it, or hybrid theory, that's what it was. Throwback to all the emo kids back in like early 2000s with Linkin Park. I saw the one comment who understood what I was referencing. But I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I know a good portion of my viewer base knows this already, but just in case you don't know, any donations I receive that are actual like real money, they don't go into the game. Actually, they go just straight into me funding myself in real life for like music software and devices and just stuff in general to spend outside of Maple or to save up. So I always appreciate it when people donate to me to support me in real life and also donate to me to support me in game. It just helps me in both ways so much that I just can't help but just say thank you. But sappiness aside, we do have 11 red cubes now. And I do have this ring, but I also have another ring in which, you know what, I'm going to go reroll this one. I am going to be looking for that drop rate and meso rate. If I get drop rate again, or if I get like a 3-line that involves a utility ring, I might just hold on to that and redo this ring, because I've been putting this into Discord now, and no one seems to be biting. So I think it's safe to re-roll that now. But we're going to play around with some cubes here. Hopefully we have better luck than the black cubes that I got before. 2-line decks, that's all right. No. So just looking for 1 line of drop, or if I get double drop, that'd be also really, really good. So we'll have to see. 24 dex is not that good, so we're gonna pass that up. And 21 HP. No. And finally, last one. 18% strength. Not what I was looking for, but I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much, Mark. Not only have you given me cubes, you have given me information on, holy shit, do I just have to buy the potentials that I'm looking for? I'm not cubing it myself! You know what, guys? I think today's gonna be the day that I'm going to equip my new hybrid meso drop gear. There's not really a point to keep this around. I can't believe this actually gives me less range though, but I guess that's how good the 10% strength gave me. But this earring totally makes up for it. It gives me 3.2 mil range, and once I get 17 stars on these equips, it'll probably help as well. Worst case scenario that I can see is maybe like I'll find a hybrid strength, and oh no, I lose 9% strength for farming, which is like whatever. But worst case scenario is that if someone has, you know, a strength version of this that they would like to trade for me, I'll just have to get a PSOC. Now normally I hold off a lot of equipping until like I'm completely done a certain thing, but like I'm pretty much done all of these things that I don't really have to transfer it around. But the main thing is that after I equip these accessories will open up, and I will no longer really need it for my hero. And the whole reason why I bought tradable gear, or made tradable gear in the first place, was so that I could actually transfer the gear all around my mules and hopefully get me some nice stuff. And this coincides with the fact that I started doing RA and Hilla on my mules. So hopefully these 3 pieces of gear, this and my black beaten ring, will continue being good for their value. I don't know. So I'm gonna just kill a couple of mobs here and there, and I'm just gonna take a look at how much mesos I pick up. We saw like, you know, 1600, 2000, 1700, so anywhere between say 1600 to 2200, let's say. I'm trying to find a new high here. Let's see if we can get that. 22622. Well, it looks like the closest I can get to is near 2300. Of course, this is with my Phantom Legion effect and a couple of the other mobs in Monster Life as well. So there, I already have a little bit of percent meso boosters, but I am gonna finally go equip this. So well, there goes like 12 bill or whatever that was, and along with Star Force thing, so maybe, I don't know, 14 bill. So now let's take a look and see how much we pick up now. So we get 2.6, 3k, 2.3. I mean, like, plus 40%, you can pretty much do the math, but it's just nice to see it happen, you know? But this is only just 40% too. I still need 60% off of potentials before this actually will take a big noticeable effect, and that's the problem. I'm really worried about it taking me a long while, since I have the intention of self-cubing something, so maybe I will have to avoid that. But you know what? I think I'm gonna just keep an eye out for hybrid gear, especially when I'm at this level range where MTS2 is starting to actually, you know, not be viable, but I stay here just because of the droplets. So until, you know, the monsters just, you know, straight up stop giving me meso, or just not give me enough meso to the point that the droplets themselves are not sufficient enough to make better meso compared to Limina, then that's when I'll switch to Limina, and the meso gear will completely pay for them. So there's gonna be a lot of meso making involved, and I'm really trying to avoid burnout here, so we'll see how quick I can get this done, or how lucky I can be. If I can get lucky, that's all I could ever ask for, really. That's all I really want, is just to get lucky for a little bit, and get a lucky break on rolling potentials for Star Forcing, because oh boy, am I very demotivated right now with my big project luck here. One more thing, I'm gonna go use the RP P-Sock to go P-Sock my Hilla's Rage, just given the chance that, oh right, I sealed it up. Guess I'll P-Sock the Black Gate Ring instead. Why did I seal this? I guess I was just paranoid. I gotta go re-P-Sock both of them anyways, because eventually one of them is gonna be my hybrid ring, or both of them could, and then I'll have to replace one of these, but I don't want to think about that. So if we head over to Limina, we can take a look at the difference as well. So if I pick up meso here, it's roughly around 2.5-ish on average. You might see like, yeah, 1.8, 1.9k. But most of it, yeah, just anywhere in that min to max range. So yeah, you saw 2.6 just now. Lowest I saw was like 1.8 or whatever. There's a 1.9, 1.8, yeah, 1.8, 1.7 as well. The formula for the amount of meso dropped from a monster is based on its level. So technically, if like we end up with level, I don't know, 275 monsters, they'll give like only slightly more than a level 250 monster, which I find is really kind of dumb in my opinion. I feel like they should really revamp that formula so it's a little bit better for people who are much higher level, given how exponential EXP is. The EXP curve, I meant. So I'm back in Moonbridge for a split second here, so just to equip my meso gear, and we'll go back to 1-5 and we'll take a look. So obviously extra 40%, you'll see an extra 40%. blah 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 blah. So we'll just see what we pick up now. Yeah, so now we'll get 3k, 3.3k, 2.8 that I see is a minimum, 2.2 I think I just saw. So I mean, you know, it's very minimal. I really just, you won't see a big difference until you grind for at least an hour, or just even half an hour actually. Just you'll notice the difference. And the main purpose of this hybrid meso drop whatever project is just to incentivize me and show me that it really is worth to, you know, grind. And along with the economy changes, the statement is holding itself more and more true, you know, until the borders break something completely again and we go into another inflated economy and all that. But at least if that ever happens, I'll still have my meso gear, and I know that if I'm ever training to 275 or whatever, that I'm really trying my hardest to make the most out of my training instead of just getting EXP, which is again something I'm not super into. But if I can think about it as I'm making money, and I'm making money very well, that will greatly increase my appreciation for this. So that's the goal, basically. This is so complicated to me. Because here's the situation. I have 2040, and then I have two equips that's sort of in the middle here. I have these I really don't want to touch if I can help it. I really don't want to replace those 4 equips, just considering that they're technically done and I could probably do something with it. If I look into here, this is, just, I don't know. This is probably one of the best items that I could probably get for 4 bill, considering that this is the history of what's being bought here. And I already got a taste of what it's like to try and roll for stuff like this. The question just becomes, what do I do? Get the double drop? Probably not. Get this guy and then trade off my old drop pendant? Because another thing that I completely forgot was that drop has diminishing returns. Can I actually sacrifice some drop and it won't have an effect? I saw someone comment about that, and that's what got me thinking too. And I hate that it's just like I have all this meso and I could totally flip-flop on a lot of things. It's rough. That's all I can say. I've already committed to 2 hybrids to preserve some drop. How much do I really want to sacrifice? That's mainly the question. And then here's the biggest kicker, is that when I switch from Esphera to Limina, the only thing that's going to keep me going is, the only thing that matters with drop rate is node stones. And the thing with that is that node stones are 11 mil. So before, when meso was super inflated and node stones were like, I don't know, 30 mil, 50 mil or whatever, yeah, it would totally make sense to keep stacking drop rate. But as meso goes higher and higher in value, node stones are gonna lower in price. How quickly can I pick up 11 mil? Probably before I can get a single node stone to drop. And it takes a minimum of 3-ish, 2 to 3 node stones to get one tradable one, depending on your luck, of course, with opening them. I've been looking at this for the past few days now, and I've been looking at it when I was away for the weekend too, since I had Wi-Fi and all that. How much is a legendary accessory anyways? If I just buy it just to hold on to it, would it be worth it as a merch? Let's see. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm prolonging this too much, but I'm trying to reflect proportionately in the episode how much time am I actually thinking about certain things. So this has been on my mind quite a lot. To get a legendary pendant, it's already 2 or 3 bill. And then to roll specifically that, if I were to try to do it myself, it'd be worth quite a bit. And then there's also the option of getting it tradable too, which would lower my range a bunch. I'm spending too much. I don't want to spend too much. But it's like, if I don't strike now, I might regret it later. I'll do it one more time. If having all of this drop rate ends up not making a difference when it comes to training, then at least I can swap some stuff out. But I know for a fact that when I'm bossing, I want as much drop gear as possible. So now I'm thinking maybe what I should actually do is have a set or some combination of equips for specifically training. I could have a layout for bossing where it's all drop rate, but as I seem to recall, not a lot of things actually are affected by drop rate with the endgame bosses. I think, if anything, this is a direct upgrade to my old earrings, which is pretty good. This isn't really. I will have to 17 it and to see. All I know is that I should probably get training soon. Let's see. Okay, so it's like half. I feel like I should improve the attack lines on my Absolab. I'm two-shotting with my arcane weapon. Oh, I should have done all this testing first before I went ahead and gone shopping. Well, hold on. Let me just... I should be one-shotting. Like, there's no way. Yeah, see, I'm one-shotting.
For you, it's a really, really bad time to get anything like hybrid or drop.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Adele? Everybody's sniping.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why when I saw the pendant for 4 bill, I was like, fuck it, I'll just grab it right now. I'll regret it later. I only have one pendant off this time with a level 1 Lucid Soul. So let's see what that would do. Oh, okay. So I can't one-shot with a level 1 soul, but I can one-shot with a level 2 with all my gear. Average damage per hit, no. Okay, here we are. Min-max 274, 308. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. And so if I equip this... Oh, gotta... There's no safe place in Limina. What the hell? Are you seeing this?
I'm seeing similar numbers.
269 and 304.
Wait a minute. Is it higher? But it's similar. It's very similar though.
Well, it has dex. This is 3 attack, 50 strength. This is 63 strength, 28 attack. And 6 all stat. No, 8 strength as well. 2% strength as well.
Like, is it potential?
So, damn it, I did it again. I don't usually show this, and I've only showed this once with the episode called Stupid Math, but I would do a lot of what you see right now on screen off camera. And this is the sort of stuff that happens in between episodes or just in the background. I just thought I would show you guys this just because, like, throughout the years of playing MapleStory, there has been many spreadsheets that look exactly like this, except just like even more messy and more disorganized. I'm not necessarily proud of this because in a way I feel like this is wrong, but at the same time I just want to show like the enthusiasm, for lack of a better word, of what I'm doing to figure out, you know, my shit. So for example, if I get 300 kills a minute, which I don't think I do, I just use this number as a baseline, I could tell that if I went to End of the World instead to train of MTS2, then if I just looked at pure mesos within an hour, I only get an extra 10 mil. And more than likely, what will happen is that I am going to find at least a droplet, probably 1 per hour. So basically now, all I just do with this is that I fiddle the numbers until I see that MTS2 really is just not viable at all for meso making. And then again, why this chart is basically, you know, worthless is because at some point I do care about my EXP rates. So I gotta figure out, like, at what point do I want to give up the meso difference and say I want the XP, or alternatively just use Rob's calculator. Okay, I spent an extra 5 minutes on this to fix a little thing. So now, for example, if I just delete like a bunch of lines, then all of the cells actually end up responding now. I don't know how useful this will be, but at least it was a fun little experiment, I would say, to try. Again, take this as a grain of salt, please. And for me, this was more just for fun, and it's not really going to have an effect much, but it did give me an idea, like, oh, maybe I should stay in Esfera just a bit longer than I thought.